In this video, we're going to talk about what's going on in the Greater Chattanooga area real estate market and what you need to do as a buyer or seller. So what is happening in the Greater Chattanooga area real estate market? Well, just like other areas in the country, we're seeing a real estate market shift. For example, since the beginning of this year, we've seen the number of price reductions go up, even as real estate agents are telling me that the number of offers they're getting on listed properties is going down. While anecdotal, what I've noticed in working with a number of out-of-state buyers is this. Greater Chattanooga area home sellers are putting their homes on the market, and then 1, 2, 3 days go by, perhaps a weekend, perhaps there's an open house. The houses are still on the market, and what that suggests to me is that home sellers are not receiving the offers they would like to receive. Again, while this is based on anecdotal evidence, what this portends, in my opinion, is that gradually homes in the Greater Chattanooga area are going to take longer to sell. That's not showing up yet in our local MLS data. Our days on market are still very low, but perhaps we'll see some movement by fall or winter of 2022. That said, in a moment I will share some data points which show a shifting real estate market in the Greater Chattanooga area. The shift in the local real estate market is not unanticipated because multiple news outlets are reporting similar conditions in other areas of the country. They're saying that the market is slowing down, homes are taking longer to sell, and especially that sellers are reducing their prices. We do know that rising mortgage interest rates have caused some buyers to back out because with rising mortgage interest rates, the anticipated monthly payments make their dream home unaffordable. There are fewer buyers in the market right now, and of those that remain, they may need to adjust their price or perhaps even begin to look at homes they might not otherwise have considered. So maybe when they started the process several months ago, they were hoping to get brand new or nearly new construction with an open concept floor plan. But now that interest rates have gone up, they're having to look at older homes that may need a few updates. Another thing that I've noticed is that buyers are becoming more market savvy. In the past, it seemed they would make offers on homes because they were afraid of missing out. Now they're taking a harder look at days on market. They're looking at the listing price and wondering how much it's going to cost to replace the carpet or paint the interior. And they're also, I would even say, eager to make offers that are less than listing price. Such a change in buyer psychology should really encourage sellers to think carefully about the listing price, the condition of their properties, and comps in the neighborhood, because the days of speculative listings, that is, throwing it on the market and expecting to get whatever you ask for, are quickly coming to a close. So, taking a look at active listings in the Greater Chattanooga area as of June 18, 2022, we note the following. The total number of listings is 1321, and roughly a quarter of those have been on the market up to 7 days. About 14% have been on the market 2 weeks, while 9% have been on the market 3 weeks. Nearly 8% of the listings have been on the market nearly a month. That means that nearly 46% have been on the market 29 days and longer. But you say, wait a minute, Robert, that's got to include new construction, and I say, you're right. So let's X out homes we can consider new construction, those built in 2021 and 2022, and yet we have roughly the same outcome. Roughly a quarter of non-new construction homes have been on the market up to a week, 15% up to 2 weeks, 9% up to 3 weeks, almost 8% up to 4 weeks, and over 42% have been on the market nearly a month or longer. Back to the local real estate market shifting. A shift in the market means that we're returning to a more balanced market. Now don't be fooled, we're still in a seller's market, and we will be for some time, but we're not going to see the year after year 20% increase in home prices. We're not going to see the same type of exuberance or frenzy that we've seen in the past, especially after COVID. Sellers are going to have to realize that their homes are not going to be able to command the $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 offers over asking price, that as interest rates go up, that there'll be fewer buyers, and as inventory goes up, that they'll actually be competing with more sellers. In the meantime, despite some buyers leaving the market, if you want to buy a home, it's still a good time. Why is that? Well, despite rising interest rates, we are seeing more homes coming on the market. That means you have more to choose from. And as time goes on, we're also going to see days on market increase. That is, homes are going to stay on the market longer, so price concessions may come into play. And also, if you're willing to roll up your sleeves a bit, maybe touch up here, a little paint there, you may find yourself a bargain. To go back to the previous example, with 40% of non-new construction homes still on the market 30 days or longer, do you not suppose that you might find a motivated seller, that is, someone who wants to sell his or her property in this current market situation? I know that if I were a seller and I'm looking at inflation, I'm looking at rising prices, I'm looking at the chance of unemployment rising, I'm looking at a recession coming down the pike, Considering all those factors, if I truly wanted to sell a home, I would be looking at all offers, even if they did not meet my price expectations and even if they did not meet the listing price. In this market, a seller whose home has been on the market 30 days or longer would be wise to consider an offer at full ask or even below full ask. By the same token, a buyer would be wise in making such an offer so long as the home met the buyer's needs and expectations. Now, it is still true that homes that are absolutely amazing and have all the bells and whistles are receiving multiple offers and are selling very quickly, but it is also true that there's a lot of homes out there where someone with creative vision and who's willing to roll up his or her shirt sleeves might find something of good value. Sellers whose homes need some cosmetic improvements or perhaps even repairs have two options. First, they could spiffy up the home, give it a thorough cleaning, perhaps do some touch-up paint, maybe some yard work, some landscaping. And if you don't know anybody in the Greater Chattanooga area that could help you with these items, please let me know. I'll be happy to share with you a list of vendors who could help you on your way to getting full value for your home. The other option is, if you don't want to make those improvements or repairs, is to recognize that when buyers come into your home, they're taking a look at the listing price and they are deducting all of those repairs. Let's say you're asking $300,000, but you've got $25,000 in repairs. So don't be surprised if you don't get a full price offer, and if you don't want to accept those kinds of offers, your house is going to sit on the market longer. Again, the exuberant market is quickly coming to a close. We're simply not going to see the 20% year after year home price appreciation we've seen post-COVID. Rather, what we're looking at is perhaps 4 or 5% in the next year or so. And if you're a buyer, you may be thinking, I'll continue renting. I'll wait until the market collapses, then go scoop up a home at pennies on the dollar. My friend, have you not checked out rental rates recently? It is absolutely mind-blowing how much rental rates have gone up. Would it not be better, even at today's interest rates, to go ahead and purchase a home, that is, if you're in a good cash or financial position, and then wait a couple of years, develop some additional equity, and then when we're at the buyer's market to find and purchase your dream home? Besides, as they say, when you're renting, you're paying someone else's mortgage. Now, here are those local statistics that I promised. A number of things stick out to me. First, we see a slight uptick in listings for May 15 through June 15, 2022 compared to the previous year. The fact that there are fewer closed listings is interesting since many listings are financed and that process takes about 3 or 4 weeks. That's reflective of the previous month. The number of contingent listings is also down, as is the number of listing contract extensions. Probably most striking is the percentage increase of price changes, 55% when compared over the same time period last year. And then take a look at the percentage change in cancellations, up just over 60%. There are many possible reasons why a homeowner might cancel a listing. Maybe they didn't get the price they wanted, maybe they're tired of the home selling process, or maybe they're concerned they won't be able to find a home at a price that they can afford, or maybe all of the above. But home sellers here in the Greater Chattanooga area are lowering their prices and are canceling their listings at a higher rate than last year, which suggests that the Greater Chattanooga area is not immune to the shift in the real estate market. Again, if you want to list your home but need some help in cleaning up, maybe some landscaping, touch-up paint, and so on, I'll be happy to share with you my list of vendors. And if you're concerned about rising interest rates and how they may affect your wallet or purse, watch this video next.